I'm going to share my interpretation of what enlightenment is. And for me, enlightenment is not becoming a monk and moving to a mountain and meditating all day in a cave. Today, for me, enlightenment is not having that moment of nirvana. Has anyone ever had that moment of nirvana? Experienced nirvana? I have, several times in my life. And the thing is about nirvana, or, nirvana, being one with everything, is that there is no polarity. The moment you see your body, you separate yourself from the one. You separate yourself from nirvana. Is that the goal of all evolution? Spiritual evolution? Maybe. I know it's one goal. I know it's a goal for a lot of Buddhists. But you can't be human. You can't. You have to lose your humanity. You have to just focus on being one with everything. You lose the ability to laugh. You lose the ability to cry. You lose the ability for having romantic love. You lose the ability to enjoy good food. You lose the ability to be in awe of a beautiful landscape because it's all one. So there is no good or bad. If there is no good or bad, there is no experience. That is one way of looking at enlightenment. I don't see that. I see enlightenment as a peeling away of the layers, a peeling away of the layers, a peeling away of that which has been thrust upon us through society, through our parents, through our family, through our friends, the ego, the false layers, the masks that we wear, peeling those away, becoming more genuine, becoming more honest with ourselves. It's a way of being brutally honest with yourself and the world around you, finding your happiness, what really makes you happy, and saying it's okay to be happy. I was one of those people that when I went through my awakening, that I thought I had to be that monk, sleeping on a cement slab somewhere in a monastery. And I actually had pursued that path for a little while. And the universe just kept shutting the doors on me. It's like, no, you're not going to go move to a monastery and sleep on a cement slab for the rest of your life. I felt that being without was a part of it. And I'm still dealing with repercussions of that whole poverty mentality. I'm still struggling to gain back my prosperity mentality. But I will say this, is that enlightenment is to say and know who you are, to understand your essence. It's not to be something that you're not. It's not a goal. You're not searching for enlightenment. You're not going toward enlightenment. Enlightenment is already within you. Awakening is just the process of peeling away those layers, of peeling away the falsities, the egoic identity of who we think we are. That story, going right back to the beginning of when I started this talk. Getting rid of that story, getting a new story, and letting each day be a new story. Through honesty, through integrity, tapping into that part of you that is infinite, that is infinitely loving, infinitely clear, infinitely joyful. The human experience, and I say that's one of my things, I talk about empowering the human experience. There's nothing wrong with being human. If any spiritual teacher, and I get a real bug up my you-know-what when I hear spiritual teachers talking about, or especially on Facebook, oh, you're being negative. Oh, you're being a victim. Oh, you shouldn't be so angry. You're supposed to be spiritual. La, la, la. Please. Ignore anyone that tells you that you cannot be who you are. Ignore and get those people out of your life that tell you being a human being is wrong. Now, if you get angry and you're angry all the time, well, then you need to work on that. But if you're sad and you're sad all the time, you need to work on that. If you're, if you like to party and you're partying all the time, you need to work on that. Everything's about balance, moderation, whatnot. But there's nothing wrong with being angry. There's nothing wrong with being sad. There's nothing wrong with being happy or sexy or drink a beer, whatever it is. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's what makes you happy, if that's a part of your process. So please, by all means, we are here to empower our human experience. Enlightenment is being honest with ourselves, to be genuine. We will never connect with our higher self. We will never have our higher self connect with the source consciousness if we are not genuine, if we are living in cognitive dissonance. Please look that up if you don't know what it is. If we are living in cognitive dissonance, if you are living in a way that feels wrong to you, then you are living in cognitive dissonance. If you are doing something every day and deep inside you know it's wrong, but you're doing it because your family thinks you should do it, or your priest thinks you should do it, or Facebook is telling you to do it, that's cognitive dissonance. That's not being genuine. That's not being authentic. Enlightenment is about becoming authentic, being genuine, being honest with yourself and with the world around you. And that is how you kind of fine-tune your consciousness to connect with your higher self. Once you connect with your higher self, you'll be living it with a constant stream of intuition flowing through you, flowing through your mind, and your life will just become so much easier and more empowered and more joyful and more happy, and you will be able to help other people much more. You'll be able to create greater change in this world, which we are going through a big change. It might look scary out there on the outside, but on the inside, there's some good things going on. There's some great stuff happening within each and every person on this planet right now. And we have to show everyone it's okay. It's okay to be authentic. So empower your human experience. Don't deny your human experience. And please get rid of those false prophets, I'll call them, who want you to deny your humanity. Holding stuff in just makes you sick. Anyway.